Democrats have a plan for fighting President Donald Trump over the most high-profile deportation case in recent history. Don't make it about immigration. As the party lines up to defend Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the Maryland resident mistakenly deported to El Salvador by the Trump administration, Democrats are emphasizing due process and the rule of law, sidestepping the thornier intricacies of immigration policy that have served as a drag on their party for years. It's part of a calibrated approach that Democrats are betting will keep the debate focused on the Trump administration's refusal to bring Abrego Garcia back to the United States, after a federal judge ordered them to facilitate his return and the Supreme Court upheld the decision. In interviews with nearly a dozen Democratic lawmakers and strategists, they said the real-life implications of Trump's deportation of the native Salvadoran offer an opening to turn what could be an esoteric argument about democratic rights into a vivid cautionary tale. You have an individual, a Maryland resident, a union member whose union leadership has been calling for his relief, married to a U.S. citizen here with legal status, who was kidnapped, arrested, wrongly deported to El Salvador, said Rep. Yasmin Ansari Diariz, part of a group of lawmakers who traveled to the country Monday to advocate for Abrego Garcia. That is a terrifying prospect if it is allowed to be continued and let it go, because it opens the door for this to happen again. It emboldens the Trump administration to continue to disappear people. I think the most important part of this story is the lack of due process, she said in an interview. Even Abrego Garcia's wife has echoed the emphasis on due process, saying in a statement, "I'm fighting for Kilmar and for all the other Kilmars who have been unjustly deported without due process." But Democrats must walk a fine line in defending Abrego Garcia, several strategists warned, as the Trump White House has worked to portray Abrego Garcia as a violent member of the MS-13